Between my Xbox One and my Nintendo Switch, I love playing video games. And that's just something that I've loved to do since I was a little kid. See, coming home from a long day of school, turning on my Xbox was the perfect way to relax. And it was also a perfect way to hang out with my friends because we could all talk together and play the same games together. But where does this love for video games turn into something worse? Something dangerous like an addiction? Well, this is a problem that Alvin's currently struggling with. You see, he plays hours of video games a day, streaming on Twitch and creating YouTube content. It's not his full time job, but he does make money from doing so. But his father tells him that the World Health Organization has just classified video game addiction as a serious illness. Alvin's father talks to him about it because he's concerned that Alvin might actually be addicted. And upon being asked, Alvin doesn't really know how to feel about this. You see, it's never really come up to Alvin that he may be addicted. So later that night, he goes and Googles it. Reads the news and he sees what they're talking about. And he's conflicted because, yes, sometimes he does play video games just to relax, to unwind, to enjoy a night at home just playing video games. But there's sometimes that he feels like he's has to play them or he's compelled by something to just play video games. Not even if he wants to or not, just that he feels like he has to. And Alvin is conflicted because he's not sure what to do about it. You see, he wants to go to a doctor and find out if he is addicted, but at the same time, he worries that if he does get labeled addicted, that his future careers and his future job opportunities are going to be limited to him, especially since he's trying to apply for the FBI under their cybersecurity division. You see, the first step to solving this problem would be describing what an addiction actually is. And according to the Webster Dictionary, an addiction is a compulsive or psychological need for a habit forming substance, behavior, or activity that has harmful physical or mental effects. See, I don't think video games have those negative effects that they're talking about, especially when you consider that he makes money off of his video game playing. He doesn't just play video games to kill time all the time. He's actually working towards an income, almost like a second job would. And he specifically makes YouTube videos and does live streams on Twitch, which can easily take hours to do. YouTube videos are very difficult to make, especially if you're using higher end software and making better quality videos. And Twitch streams can easily just be you hanging out with the people that are watching your live streams. He could easily take hours to record or to just hang out with the people that watch him. These are things that could easily take up hours of his time, making him look like he's addicted, but he's kind of just working towards that second income. Also, his ability to work with the FBI wouldn't be hindered by his ability to use technology. YouTube videos and Twitch live streams require a decent understanding of computers and the technology within them. If you're trying to get a cybersecurity degree or a job working for a cybersecurity unit, doing this sort of technological activity could easily be seen as something that works towards your future rather than against it. He's dedicating himself to something he enjoys doing. It is not an addiction, it's not crippling him mentally or physically, because he still works and he still does other things. His video games aren't holding him back from living a life of his own. He's using these video games to actually benefit him. He's using it to make his life more comfortable. He's making that second income and he's building himself a fan base almost online. And with that fan base, if it does grow big enough, he may not even need a first job to begin with, yet alone this second YouTube job. What I'm saying is that he really should never be considered addicted. This is something that he's doing out of his own entertainment and his own benefit. He's comfortable with the technology. He's doing the things that he likes to do and benefiting from it. And with that comfort that he's getting from using all this technology, he should easily be able to work towards that cybersecurity job that he desires with the FBI. Video games are a great pastime. It stimulates you mentally and it gets you excited, it gets you going. It can also relax you depending on what game you're playing. Alvin's hours on playing video games aren't just something that he does out of necessity. He does it to look for that second income. That money makes his life more comfortable. And that's something that shouldn't be labeled addicting. Because if that was the case, anyone with a second job would be considered an addict. And if you were to consider working for a better life addicting, then who out there could you consider to not be an addict?